This is the beginning of the swim season, and Samantha Pfeffer is the president of the Water Guardian Foundation. Samantha, would you just tell us a little bit about your program and why you got involved in this?
Thank you for inviting me. So my program is all about spreading awareness to, here. Okay. My program is all about spreading awareness that drowning is the #1 cause of death in children ages 1 to 4. And so we talk about how drowning is such a prevalent issue, and we spread simple strategies to help this issue. So drowning is not a readily spoken about topic, and we certainly did not speak about it until it happened to us. We were never warned about the reality of drowning, and the truth is that you never think it's going to happen until it happens to your family. When Sage died, she was only 2 years old, and that was when my family learned that drowning is the #1 cause of accidental death in children ages 1 to 5. I continue to repeat this throughout the presentation because it is critical information. We can't let this happen to anyone else's family, so we are taking initiative. We developed the Water Guardian Foundation and are focused on a 4-step approach implementing layers of protection. The layers are education, to prepare and remind, partnering, and sponsoring. The first layer of protection is education. Knowledge is power, and knowing that the #1 cause of childhood death is drowning results in agency. Not only is it essential information, but it's also essential to realize that the drowning does not occur during swim time, but rather when adults are otherwise engaged and children are not supposed to be near bodies of water. That is why this graphic on the right is so powerful. Done swimming for the day, the risk of your child drowning just went up. Drowning in children, especially infants and toddlers, happens in seconds, and it only takes 30 seconds until it's too late. So we were grateful when the American Association of Pediatrics mandated that all pediatricians discuss this with parents of young children and well child visits. And we were distributing these flyers to as many families as possible throughout Westchester. This has essential information about utilizing multiple layers of protection and images of real children, including my sister, who have lost their lives to drowning, to serve as a very tangible reminder that the risk of drowning is real. The next step is to prepare and remind. We came up with a simple strategy called Water Guardian tags. These are the Water Guardian tags, by the way. So an adult wears them around their neck to designate the adult as the guardian of the child. These tags are meant to be worn around water even when it is not designated swimming time, because drowning doesn't happen during swimming time, and it happens when children have access to bodies of water and are otherwise engaged, and adults are engaged in other activities. We are partnering with important stakeholders to spread our message, distribute flyers and Water Guardian tags, from pediatric practices to nursery schools, swim programs, the Scarsdale JCC, and we previously partnered in Water Safety Day at the Theodore Young YMCA, and our next benchmark will be 10,000 Water Guardian tags. We most recently learned of an innovative program called Infant Swim Resource. This teaches children ages 6 months to 6 years to save themselves should they find themselves in water alone. We are offering to sponsor children and to participate in this fairly intensive training, given the benefits we witnessed when we attended a demonstration by Brianne Keefe, a highly trained instructor who offers classes at the Mid-Westchester JCC. This is Annie. She just turned 1 and she had never been in a body of water, let alone a pool. She has just finished the program and she has learned how to guide herself to safety. Here's a video.
Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Good girl, Eddie. Yay.
It's truly impressive that she learned how to do this, and now she is safe by herself.
Good girl. Good girl.
When you say she's safe by herself, you don't mean that she's safe by herself, right?
I mean, she can be in water alone and she will not drown, which essentially is safer than the other options. Here I show additional layers of protection from the flyer I showed previously. Some layers of protection are four-sided fences around the pool, door and pool alarms, and swim lessons. Because these tragedies don't happen when children are swimming, but rather when adults are engaged in other activities, we also recommend hiring a lifeguard during social gatherings, because it is this time when guardians can be distracted. I thank you for this and any other opportunity to spread our message and get water guardian tags into the families of young children. Please feel free to take tags and flyers, and I appreciate your time and attention.
I just have one question. First of all, I think what you're doing is really fantastic, and I think you're a real inspiration. And this is a season when everybody starts going swimming. If there's a young, what do you think the town could do that we may not be doing at our pool to create more awareness about aquatic safety?
I think,
Hand out tags.
yes, I think,
Is there any kind of qualification that the adult would need?
I don't think your microphone is on.
It's
Ellen?
a water watcher. It's somebody
Can you come and speak so everyone can
Ellen?
hear out? And
Ellen, I don't think your mic is on.
Thank you.
We are happy to get these water guardian tags into any family that has young children. It's just a tangible reminder that the risk of drowning is real and that somebody needs to be watching children, not just during swim time, but when you're cleaning up, when you're preparing food, if these are given out to what you can do is just simply give these out at all the town pools. And that's more people that are aware that this is the number one cause of death in this age group. And the more awareness, that's really, the more people who know that this is real and this happens in seconds. It says drowning happens in seconds. I'm the water guardian. Constant supervision is the most effective way to prevent drowning. Designate a water guardian at all times when swimming with small children. Continue to wear the tag, supervise children anytime they have access to water, even when not swimming, unloading the car, preparing dinner, etc.
One of the thoughts I had from listening to you is maybe during the summer, if you're around, maybe a few times we could have safety, programs, and we could have a group of people giving these out, and maybe using the mic. We have a system where we could make announcements at the pool that everybody could hear, and then maybe you could give some tips while people already are at the pool, because I notice when I go to the town pool, a lot of parents they're talking to friends and they get distracted, and they could leave small kids alone, and the kids it just takes a second. So if you're willing to do that, that would be great. And the other thought I have is we have a summer internship. Judith, maybe what we could do is we could assign some. We probably have 30 students right now, so we could or more. We could assign some of the students to go to the pool and just speak to parents and give these out, and we can make this one of the summer internship initiatives. But you really deserve a lot of credit for what you've done. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, like the schools, that you've attended and all that?
Your ambitions.
I'm Samantha Pfeffer. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I go to Edgemont. And I'm a lifeguard at Sunningdale Country Club
Oh, nice.
and Midwestchester JCC and Orienta Beach Club in Mamaroneck.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
You know, we can also post your PowerPoint presentation on the website.
Yeah, definitely. We'll create like a YouTube of this.
It will be part of our meeting minutes and meeting video, but we can also post it on the website.
That's really great, because when we announced that the pool's opening this Sunday, we could have your presentation right under the announcement, and then talk about how we want to make people aware of safety issues. I think this is really so fantastic what you're doing.
Samantha is also really busy, but she's also prepared to do, when, a lot of these drownings happen during social gatherings, like when you have family over, or pool parties, or even dinner parties, and the pool is there and the adults are engaged. So she's offering lifeguarding services when adults are having social gatherings and a pool is involved, because that's another time that people are, busy at the barbecue, kids aren't supposed to be swimming, and the toddler walks away, and it just happens in seconds.
That's lovely, Samantha. Thank you.
Yeah. It would be helpful to add, people, they don't have a pool, they think that the child can't drown, but because of their center of gravity, a 5-gallon pail of water, they don't have a means of getting back out again. So you need to be, or a bathtub. So this is really important, very important.
Also, there's a bunch of condo pools in the town, and we should send I'll send a note to like the condos with the link to your presentation, because I would assume that a lot of the condos, they don't have the same, they may not be spending as much time focusing on safety as others. Some of them don't even have lifeguards. So.
And the hotel pools.
So hotel pools. Good.
Wow.
Samantha, over here, Judith Beville. Paul had mentioned getting you involved in some capacity with our internship program during the summer. So I would love to have you, if you have the time, to be a participant in the program. We can talk about that more. I'll get your email address, but I'd love to have you be a guest speaker to share with your peers and other students how you launched an initiative such as the one that you have organized. That can be very motivating, very empowering to other young people, how to organize, put together, and develop an organization. So who has your email? Paul, and does his assistant have it? Excellent. You'll be hearing from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great presentation to have during, it's a great, it's a great presentation to have during National EMS Week.
Right, what is
And it's a wonderful synergy with our next presentation, which honors those emergency medical service professionals, some of whom you see standing in the back of the room. And it might be interesting for you to talk to some of them and see how you could work with the emergency medical service professionals and come up with some sort of program, because I'm sure they have lots of information to impart about water safety as well.